Hi, I'm Tony Armour. Welcome to the St. Petersburg-Clearwater Film Commission podcast. This is podcast number 2. So we're really excited to be here at Sweet 4K Studios today, shooting our second podcast in our new podcast series and our lovely new set here. So we're really excited about the information that we're going to be able to share with you today. Hopefully you'll find it fun and entertaining. We have an Edelkrone Slider that we're going to do an unboxing segment with Lisa Dozois, our Film Commission Manager, and Jacob Pierce, our Film Commission Assistant as well. We're going to talk a little bit about the film Moonlight, which if you have not seen it, wait for my review coming up here. I'm going to give you a little Ask the Commissioner segment too. So if you have any questions you want to ask, send us an email, make a comment here on YouTube, send us something on Facebook, find us in all forms of the social media and ask your question, and we'll see what we can do. So thanks for joining us today, and we're looking forward to hopefully you enjoying the podcast.
Hey everybody, Lisa Dozois here from the St.Pete-Clearwater Film Commission. Welcome to Unboxing. I'm here with Jacob Pierce, and today we are going to show you a really simple way to enhance the cinematic quality of your videos. So let's get going.
So today we are going to be unboxing the Edelkrone Slider Plus. It comes in this nice fancy carrying case here. So we're going to be opening this up and checking it out and seeing what it can do. So here we go.
There it is. It's a beautiful piece of equipment.
This is the Edelkrone Slider. So according to the Edelkrone website, Slider Plus is the only slider in the world that combines portable size with long camera travel. It gives twice the amount of camera travel compared to regular sliders at its size. Slider Plus gives longer dolly in and out range compared to regular sliders. This extra range will give you more freedom while setting up your shots.
Okay, so the model that we have here in the studio today is the Slider Plus Pro, the medium size, and as you can see, there's 6 different versions. There's the Slider Plus and the Slider Plus Pro, and what we understand to be the main difference is just the length and how far each one can slide.
It goes about 10 inches on the ground here, so without it being set up on a tripod, it's going to only travel about 10 inches. So we'll go over here and do a quick demonstration. We'll unlock it. Let's go ahead and move this here. So you'll see that the slider will travel a certain distance here, but once it's set up on a tripod, that it will travel double that distance. So that's what's really unique about this product, is that it's able to give you that capability of longer distance while still being compact. There's obviously different price ranges. It starts off with the small at $399 and goes all the way up until this Pro Extra Large at $799. So you have a variety of pricing depending on where your budget is.
It's a great product, and whatever your use is, because it comes in 6 different sizes and price points, you are definitely guaranteed to find something that fits your needs and your budget.
This specific model that we bought is 4.5 pounds. It's very lightweight, great to travel. It's easy to pack into a bag or something that you might be traveling with.
Your camera bag or your Pelican hard case, your backpack. We tried to put it in the camera bag. This one's a little bit too long for our camera bag, but that doesn't matter. And this case gives it a certain amount of protection as well. So you're not going to want to drop it from an airplane, but it's going to give some good protection. It's got some molded hard sides, and you just pop it back in and zip it up and take it away. What helps to keep it lightweight is that the material that it's made out of is temperature-treated aluminum rods, and it's got a steel ball bearing set inside, but it's got this great tread mechanism. Now, when you buy the slider, it actually comes with a cloth tracking mechanism. All right, so as you can see, we've got this all configured. We've got the slider attached to the tripod, then we've got the camera attached to the slider, and it's ready to slide.
All right, so you have a lock button here on the front. You'll want to unlock it, and you can begin to record your video here, and then just begin to slide here from right to left. And you can tell from that footage that you're getting a nice fluid motion. That really adds a nice experience to to your footage.
Yeah, and you can shoot from different angles.
Yeah, if you have a ball head on it, or if you also, there are other options that Edelkrone offers as well that you can time lapse and change the direction in which your camera is facing. But if you have a ball head, you can obviously point the camera up, and you can also move it back and forth, or you can turn it to the side, depending on what your use is. Having a ball head on this really does give you a lot of versatility. So we will be using this throughout Visit St. Pete-Clearwater, and with the St. Pete-Clearwater Film Commission, we'll be capturing behind-the-scene footage of different productions that are happening around the area. Also, this could be used for location scouting. We could get some really cool fluid motion of different characters that are engaging with the location that they're at. It could be people or different products, or so many different possibilities that we could use this for in our use in-house.
Yeah, because we're shooting a lot of the videos internally on our own, so we do a lot of promotions. Like we did one for Grouper Week where Jacob went out and he actually recorded the chefs putting together the recipes, so that would be cool for that purpose. If there's some really interesting architecture in a location that we're trying to show off, then we could get just some great angles, and so, it's just gonna add that fluidity into your shots, and it's gonna help bring, it's bringing your subject to life, and it's just creating a whole different level of interest with the slider, and that's really what it's all about. Just taking it from a static shot to a fluid, and for an affordable price.
All right, that was our unboxing segment. Thank you so much for joining us. Please leave a comment down in the comment section. Let us know what type of products you would like to see in the next unboxing segment. And also check out Edelkrone's website, see what other products they have available for your next shoot.
So right now I want to talk to you a little bit about the film Moonlight. You may or may not have heard about this. It's getting huge Oscar buzz right now. Moonlight is a film that was shot in Miami by director Barry Jenkins. Barry Jenkins is a Florida State graduate. He grew up in Miami, Liberty City area of Miami, and the film premiered at the Telluride and the Toronto Film Festivals this year. I was fortunate enough to actually be able to see this film at Toronto and then meet Barry Jenkins at a Film Florida event there as well. I was really blown away by the movie. It's one of those films that when you watch it, you want to talk about it with people. You want to find somebody who's seen it or recommend it to people so that they can see it, so you can continue to talk about it. It's just one of those films that really grabs you, and it's something that you don't easily forget. So the film Moonlight is about this small kid, Chiron, growing up in the Liberty City area of Miami. The film shows him in 3 different stages of life. It shows him as a little kid, as a high school kid, and then again as an adult. And he is struggling with a lot of things. Doesn't know if he's gay or not. He's struggling with being African American and sort of what that means in Liberty City and the way people treat him and bullying. It really covers a wide variety of topics. It's one of those films that, when you watch it, there's something in there for everybody, and everybody can connect to it in a certain way. We were fortunate enough to have a screening here the night before it opened nationwide in St. Pete down at the Movie Co. Cinema. Sunscreen Film Festival did a special screening, and actor Andre Holland, who plays the older version of Kevin, which is Chiron's best friend in the film, came in and did a Q&A for the film. It was really a great experience having him there, and it's one of those movies where when you watch it, it just really draws you in. Even though it takes place in Miami, you wouldn't necessarily know that it was in Miami if they didn't tell you that's where it was at. When you see Miami, you expect to see, sexy South Beach, bright lights, that kind of stuff. But this is a different kind of film. That's not what this movie is. It's a film that's really told, really tight and really close. You don't get these extreme wide shots to kind of show, the beaches or the beauty of Miami, the things. It's a very personal film that really draws you in the way that it's shot. So I don't want to spoil it or give away too much about the movie, other than to say that it was really amazing. If it doesn't win Best Picture this year, I don't know what will. Maybe something else that I haven't seen yet, but it'll definitely be nominated. Excited for you to get out there and see it, and leave some comments in the comment section of the video here and let us know what you thought about the film. Okay, so I just got back from Santa Monica and the American Film Market. So you may or may not know what the American Film Market is, but it's one of 4 annual film markets that happen every year. The first is Berlin in February, the second is Cannes in May, The third is Toronto in September, and then last of the year in November every year is the American Film Market in Santa Monica. So what a film market is, it is a place where filmmakers buy and sell movies. It might sound a little odd, you know, like what do you mean you buy and sell movies? It's literally a convention floor where people have, at American Film Market, it's the Lowe's Hotel in Santa Monica, and they actually rent out the hotel rooms. They take all the beds, all the furnishings out of the hotel rooms, and these become little mini sales places for people to sell their films. So you've got a sales agent or a distributor in there. You walk in, you'll see a wall of posters showing all the different films that they're selling. They'll have a monitor so they can show you trailers, and buyers from all over the world come in to buy and sell movies for their individual territories. So if you're a buyer from Russia, you're going to come into the Fairway Film Alliance booth run by my friend Marty Poole, and he's going to show you the movies that he's got for sale in his slate. So he's got 20 films, and you're like, you know what, I'm looking for a martial arts film. All right, Marty, what do you got? Marty's got a martial arts film. It's got this actor in it. It's this long. They'll show you the trailer for it. If you like it, you're going to offer Marty X amount of dollars to be able to have the rights to show that film in Russia, whether it's on DVD or subscription video on demand or theatrical or whatever it might be. And that is really how the film business works. All these different markets are where the films are bought and sold for the entire year. So just getting back from the American film market, what's going on? Well, what's going on at the American film market is a lot of stuff. There's, you know, you're always going to have your filmmakers that are trying to sell their film that maybe don't have a sales agent or something. They're running around the lobby, they've got their movies, they've got their DVDs, and they're trying to find people to pitch to sell their movies. They're trying to find funding for the movies. So you're going to see people out by the pool side meeting and talking to producers and financiers and trying to get money lined up for their particular films. There's always a few takeaways every year from each market, something fresh or new that you're learning, and there's always seems to be a trend. One of the things that I took out of the market this year for American Film Market was that mermaid films are hot. So if you haven't seen any mermaid films coming yet, stay tuned. You're going to see a lot of mermaid films starting to roll out. You get to see the trends, you know, 6 months in advance on what's going to be coming out later on. So mermaids are something that's hot. Christmas films are always big. If you want to make money in the film business, you better learn how to start making Hallmark Channel Christmas films. You can make them cheap. You can do you know, relatively inexpensive talent in those films, and they sell worldwide, and they're very popular. Lifetime movie, damsel in distress movies. If you want to make some of those, you've got a good chance of selling them as well. Action films always sell well. Horror films always sell well. But, you know, find something, some kind of niche to the storyline that makes it modern, makes a new take. There's a horror film that I saw that was for sale that was doing pretty well because it had this kind of Facebook slant to it, you know, so it tied in with, you know, whatever they were calling it. They didn't call it Facebook, but tied into social media, and then a horror film, you know, sort of tied into that there. So there's always some interesting different takeaways. This year was no different. It was a pretty good film market. You know, a lot of times the film market can be down, and guys just aren't able to sell their films. And, you know, it's the way the industry has changed with subscription video on demand and Hulu and Netflix and all that kind of stuff. You don't have those DVD sales like you used to. This year, business seems to be up, but you're not getting the money that they used to get for it. So, you know, overall, my experience in the American film market, it went well for a lot of the buyers and sellers. I personally was able to have some projects lined up that I'm working on for St. Pete-Clearwater here, so stay tuned. Maybe you'll see a Mermaid Christmas movie coming soon. So coming up next, I want to talk to you guys about something very, very important. Wait a minute. You know what that light means, don't you? It's time for Ask the Commissioner. They're going to ask me questions that I get asked all the time. Either people are calling in or they're emailing. These are regular questions that people ask the commissioner that I'm going to take the opportunity, and I'm actually going to answer them for you right now. Can I help you find an agent? That is actually not really the Film Commission's job. You know, what we can do is we can actually recommend and give you some information on how you can get yourself out there to find an agent. So what kind of agent do you want? Are you a screenwriter and you're looking for an agent? Are you an actor and you're looking for an agent? Are you a producer or director and looking for an agent? You know, it's one of those kind of old questions that everybody always asks because they think getting an agent is what's going to get you in and get you something. And what the bottom line really is you have to do something. You have to make something first that somebody's going to see and they're going to like before you can actually get an agent. So if you are an actor, you know, you've got to get out there and you've got to start doing student films and commercials and go to all those casting websites and just start putting yourself out there and doing stuff. And do theater. Actors, I can't tell you enough, do theater. This is where you get discovered. This is why you have all these British actors that are playing American actors with American accents in film and television because of their theater backgrounds and their theater training. So actors, go do theater. If you are a screenwriter and you want an agent, you know, one of the best things you can do is enter screenwriting contests. And if your script is good, it's going to rise to the top and you'll get noticed at these contests, and then that is how you will find an agent. What are some of those good contests? Well, there's the Blacklist. The Blacklist is one of the best contests out there. You know, Final Draft does a great contest. All you got to do is start Googling it and start looking for some of the best screenwriting contests around. It's not cheap. It costs money, you know, but everything in this world is going to cost you a little bit of something. Nothing comes for free. The nice thing about screenwriting is, you know, you can write as many scripts as you want, and if that first one doesn't catch, the second one or the third one, maybe it's the 50th one, but you got to keep doing it and get out there. So, can I help you find an agent? No, but that's how you can help yourself find an agent. Can I help you find money for your movie? Again, the same answer to can I help you find an agent is no, I can't help you find money for your movie. The Film Commission does have a film marketing incentive program. So we do give an incentive, a cash marketing incentive, to films that want to shoot in the area, whether it's a web series or it is a feature film or it's an indie film or you've got a reality TV show, whatever it might be. We can actually offer you some funding for that project. But the key is we're not going to give you the money up front. You've got to help yourself a little bit with this too. You've got to come to the table with something. You know, we have certain marketing elements that you have to give us in order for you to get the funding. So the bottom line is that you're going to have to be here, you're going to have to start shooting your film, and then you're going to have to deliver some things to us. You're going to have to give us, you know, testimonial videos saying how great it is to shoot in the St. Pete-Clearwater area. You know, we're going to have to be able to have your key art and use that as marketing tools. We want to do a behind-the-scenes social media campaign while you are filming your video, your digital content, your music video, whatever it might be here, your feature film. You know, there's a variety of things like that. Special thanks in the credits, special screening once the film is done. All those things are things that we need in order to give you that cash film incentive. So, you know, it's a little give and take. You give us something, we give you something. As far as finding other funding for your film, you know, do you have a rich uncle? Do you know a lot of dentists? You know, really the way that you find funding for your film is you got to get out there and you've got to hustle. You got to do it for yourself. You got to do crowdfunding campaigns to pull money together. You know, it's never easy. You know, finding $1 million or $5 million or something is never an easy thing to do. So what a lot of filmmakers are doing nowadays is they are actually shooting short films. They're shooting a proof of concept of what their feature film would be. You're going to get your friends together, you're going to do it yourself, you're going to prove that you're a good filmmaker, and someone will see this, someone will really want to make this into a feature, and then you kind of go from there. There's no one secret way to do it, but as the Film Commission, you know, it's not our job to help you find a producer to finance your film. It's our job to help you. Thanks for joining us here for St. Pete-Clearwater Film Commission Podcast number 2. We hope you learned something today. We hope you were somewhat mildly entertained a little bit. Be sure to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button right there. Check out some of our other videos. And if you want to share this video, that would be awesome too, because we're just very shareable and lovable here at the Film Commission. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.